All right, Maxwell, here's another exciting, beautiful day here today. I'm so excited about, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to be talking about today. I want you to give me just a few minutes, and I'm going to touch something in you. I'm going to tamper with something in you. And when you listen to me today, that thing inside of you, it's going to come out. That thing, that purpose you have inside of you is going to come out. So give me some few minutes. Just I dare you to listen to this video to the end because I got some good, good nuggets for you. You see, ladies and gentlemen, life, creation teaches us a lesson. Every single creation, for those of you who believe in God, that God has created the lion, the bee, the eagle, every single creation, it's a message from God. Every single creation is a message to humanity. And I'm going to be using two practical examples, and I'm going to show you how you can use this to learn to reflect. I always use these lessons to reflect and pivot and readjust my approach to life. And we're going to be talking about two things today. And the first thing we're going to be talking about is the bird. You see, in New Zealand, to be specific, 43% of the birds in New Zealand don't fly. And I begin to wonder, why is this so? Even if something happened, they don't know how to fly. They can't fly because their muscles, their wings are so weak because they have never flown before. And when we deep dive to figure out what is happening to these birds, why can't they fly? And it's because of two reasons. One is the society, and two is the lack of hunger. I'm going to use this to explain my whole story today. One is ignorance or no ignorance, and two is hunger. You see, the birds in New Zealand have figured out that there's no predators. So they come down from the trees. Some of them even have their nets on the floor. There's always food for them to nip on, to pick on the floor. And this is passed on to generations. So the old people die, the Moses people die, and these birds are used to the fact that they're on the ground. The new generation, the children realize that there is no predators. This is what our fathers do. And so they're on the ground. They are not flying. Their wings, their muscles on the wings are weak. And this is because what the parents have passed on to the kid. And now it becomes a norm. Now I want you to begin to think, what have people passed on to you? It could be your parents, it could be whoever, it could be your teachers in school. What have they passed on to you that's affecting your life? The fact is that they have the potential to fly, but because of what they were told, because of what was passed down from generation, it has affected them and they have forgotten. They cannot even see their potential. The biggest danger in life is for you not to know what you're capable of doing. Come on now, somebody hear me. Now I'm going to use the next example is the bumblebee. Now this is the opposite of the birds in Zealand. In the same Zealand, the bumblebee, according to aerodynamics, the bumblebee has a ratio of 1 to 90, meaning that its weight is about 90%, the wings is about 1%. The study of aerodynamic, aero means air, dynamic means motion. It's a study of air and motion. And when scientists did the calculation, it's impossible, the same calculation they use for the planes that fly today, it's impossible for a bumblebee to fly because of the ratio of 1 to 90. It carries 90% of its weight. But guess what? When a bumblebee is on a mission, there are two things that drive him. One is hunger, and two is ignorance. You see, a bumblebee is ignorant of the fact fact that the aerodynamic law doesn't affect him. He doesn't know that law that tells you you have to have certain weight and certain weight on the wings for it to fly. It's ignorant of that law, so he flies regardless. A bumblebee can fly up to 12 kilometers. A bumblebee is about 25 inches long, but guess what? It has broken the law of aerodynamic. Why? Because when hunger comes, things begin to happen. When hunger comes, you forget what's going on. You will look for food. Some of us are not hungry for the things we want. That's why we are where we are. When you are hunger is the most motivating factor for you to achieve whatever you want. When the bumblebee is hungry, it flies as much as 12 kilometers to get food. How hungry are you for success? I've given you the two principles. The bird, which is passed down with the knowledge of I don't need to fly, my wings are weak, my muscles are weak, and never get to fly. And the bumblebee, which is ignorant of the facts. This is telling you information is power. This is telling you that what you know affects your result. What you know affects your produce. What do you know that is affecting you that you gotta unlearn? You gotta unlearn and relearn. There's so many things we have gotten from our parents, from teachers, from whoever. We have to unlearn and relearn because knowledge is the beginning of transformation. We have to be like the bumblebee, be ignorant to things that will make you fail. So that when it comes to taking action, you take massive action because you're hungry. It flies regardless of the aerodynamic law. Ladies and gentlemen, what's my message to you? Check your information and relearn. Unlearn that thing that say you can't do it. Unlearn that thing that say you cannot achieve $1 billion. Who told you that? Your parents, the society. Be like the bumblebee on a ratio of 1 to 90 and fly and achieve your goals. God bless you this morning. Thank you for listening to me.